Go.
Today, dozen U.S. troops deployed to Taiwan helping train local troops against China. Chinese Foreign Ministry vowed to take all necessary measures to safeguard the country's sovereignty and territorial integrity, and urged the U.S. to fully recognize the high sensitivity of the Taiwan question, following U.S. media reports that there were 24 U.S. troops deployed on the island of Taiwan, helping train local troops in secret. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Zhao Lijian said Friday that the U.S. should abide by the One China principle and stop arms sales to Taiwan Island and military contact with it so as not to seriously damage China-U.S. relations and peace and stability across the Taiwan Straits. The One China principle is the political foundation of China-U.S. relations in the communique on the establishment of diplomatic relations between China and the U.S. The U.S. clearly pledged to only maintain cultural, commercial and other unofficial ties with Taiwan, Zhao said. The Wall Street Journal, citing unnamed U.S. officials, reported on Thursday that a U.S. Special Operations Group and a contingent of Marines have been secretly operating in Taiwan to conduct training with Taiwan troops for at least 1 year. Reuters also reported that a small group of U.S. Special Operations Forces have been rotating into Taiwan on a temporary basis to carry out training of local troops, predating the Biden administration. Without specifically commenting on the issue, Pentagon spokesman John Supple said the U.S. defense relationship with the island of Taiwan remains aligned against threat from the Chinese mainland, following the U.S. commitment to the One China policy during talks between top Chinese and U.S. diplomats in Switzerland. Although the Pentagon showed a subtle attitude, neither confirming nor denying the reports, Chinese mainland experts said it could be true that U.S. troops have been on the island of Taiwan, and they believe there will likely be more military cooperation between the U.S. and the Secessionist Authority of Taiwan, with a tendency to be less secretive in the future. Experts from the island of Taiwan said the reports are bound to increase danger across the Taiwan Straits and increase the antipathy of peace-loving people, as the secessionist Democratic Progressive Party gives its full cooperation to the U.S., which will use it as a pawn. Yuan Zheng, Deputy Director of the Institute of American Studies at the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences, told the Global Times on Friday that sending troops to the island of Taiwan violates the U.S. commitment made when diplomatic relations with the Chinese mainland were established, as well as international law. The U.S. has made a clear commitment to China on the Taiwan question, Zhao said. President Joe Biden made it clear during his phone conversation with Chinese President Xi Jinping that the U.S. has no intention of changing the One China policy. U.S. Secretary of the Navy Carlos Del Toro said on Wednesday that the U.S. will continue to provide arms and technology for Taiwan to defend itself. The alleged military deployment can also be used as a tool to reassure Taiwan's DPP authority, experts said. Both the U.S. and Taiwan Island were relatively secretive on the issue of military deployment and assistance, but now they have made it public, said Xin Chang, Deputy Director of the Center for American Studies at Fudan University. Xin, who regarded the U.S. Defense Authority's attitude as confirming, told the Global Times that the mainland is bound to respond more forcefully and resolutely, but it remains unclear what responses it will make. The mainland may look to review its policies on the matter, with old and new problems likely to be settled together if relations with the U.S. deteriorate, Xin said. The U.S. did not admit its sending troops to Taiwan publicly because it did not want to give Chinese mainland leverage. The U.S. military has been helping train Taiwan soldiers for years. However, the Chinese mainland may be aware of it, with the situation well in hand, Shin said. The expert said it is also likely to be the Biden administration's double-dealing strategy, to show a tough stance against Chinese mainland, and appease domestic opposition after the positive signal released from the dialogue between Yang Jiechi, China's top diplomat, and U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan.